Hello again, everyone. Kirk Waller with Actor Class and the Waller Technique. What does it take to be a good actor? Wow. That's for me, that's been a 40-year journey. And if I'm being honest, I think I'm still trying to figure it out. But it's an ever changing thing. It's like trying to master a golf game, your game of golf, or whatever it is. It's a lifelong pursuit, and it's a beautiful pursuit, and you really have to love that pursuit. And I do. I absolutely adore the craft of acting. So it's this thing that I get up every day to try to perfect and get better and better. What does it take to be a good actor? I've been thinking about this recently, and I'm not so sure the word actor is really right, in my head anyway, because acting, right? It's not about acting like I'm mad or acting like I'm happy or acting like I'm sad. What it's about is being happy, being angry, being sad, truly under the imaginary circumstances. And that's the key. Um, so, really, it comes down to your ability to believe the given circumstances that the writer gave you. The writer, they hand you a script and they say, here's what you're going to say, here's what you are going to do, here's what you're supposed to believe, here's your point of view. And it is our job as actors to believe that. That's really what it is your ability to believe. Can you believe those given circumstances? Now, there are a lot of tools that'll help you believe, but ultimately you have to believe. And belief comes back to a very simple tenet, and that is you got to have an opinion about everything. I'm sitting in my office or standing here. I work at a stand-up desk that I built, and I'm looking like over the camera there, and there's a 5 and 2 cap, the new 5 and 2 studios with Dallas Jenkins. I've got books. I've got Best Christmas Pageant Ever. I've got a Chosen puzzle and my sweats over there and stuff. What's amazing is everything in this room has a story. Everything in this room I have an opinion of. I've got a beautiful note from my lovely wife that she gave me on our anniversary. And so there are stories, everything. You ask me about that note, I'm going to tell you about it. And when I tell you about it, you're going to hear how I feel about it. You're going to see what I think about it. So so if that is logically the case in life, logic tells me that I have to take this and make this just like all of that. I have to have as clear an opinion about everything I say and do in a scene as I do with my life, as I do with my sweats and that note and that 5 and 2 cap. I got to be crystal clear on what it means to Kirk, and I got to believe it. It's that simple. So that's number one, your ability to believe. Number two, it's so critical that you know what you're doing in a scene. What do you want? Because it's not about the words, it's what you're trying to get, it's what you're trying to accomplish. And then in real time, you look at the person and see if you're getting what you want. So you got to come on set when you're doing a scene and go, what do I want? You got to go after that in real time, not like a bull in a china shop, but what do you want and why? What are you saying? What are you saying and why are you saying it? To me, 90% of acting is defining that. What am I saying and why? And what do I want? So when you get on set, you do all this homework, you make everything mean something to you, you come on set, and then you jump into action. You try to accomplish something. You try to get somebody to do something, try to get somebody to leave, or you want somebody to fall in love with you, or you want redemption from somebody because you did something you shouldn't have done. You got to come in and really do that. And remember, it's just a conversation. It's not acting. And then the last thing for now that I would say is your ability to listen. Listen. It's so simple, but so many of us in life don't really listen to what somebody's saying. Not only what they're saying, but just as importantly, how they're saying it, right? For example, I'm sorry, this is going on too long, but I wanted to give a longer answer than I did last year. But for example, my lovely wife comes home and I might say, "Hey, honey, how was your day?" And she might go, "Fine." So she said fine, but how she said it, it clearly was not a good day, right? So then my mind is like, oh boy, did I do something wrong? Was it something at work? Like any man, mine is like, oh boy, am I in trouble? So it's how somebody says something that tells us what they really mean. So you've got to listen to the person's soul, to how they say it, because then in actuality, depending on how they say what they just told me how to say my line, right? So once I get to set, I make everything mean something to me. I believe all the circumstances. I bring history to everything. I know what I want. I come in and I go do that. And then I listen to a person's heart, to their behavior, to their soul. And based on how they say what they say, I'm going to say what I say. And so I really don't do anything once I get to set, but listen. So the power of listening is profound. To listen not just with your head, but with your heart. So those three things, your ability to believe, your ability to come in and do something. Really do it. Don't act like you're doing it. You are in a situation where you're trying to get redemption. It's not maybe, you're in it. It's real under imaginary circumstances. This isn't some crazy methody thing. It's just, I'm going to come in and get what I want. I'm going to come in and ask Jesus to heal my son. And it's going to mean something to me. And you're going to see that in my eyes and you're going to feel it because I need his help. And then I'm going to listen to Jesus, Jonathan, how he says what he says. And if I listen with my heart, he's going to affect my heart. And then my dialogue is going to come out of that heart that we both have. Anyway, guys, I could prattle on. Forgive me. This is much longer than I wanted it to be. But I really hope you can come this Saturday and tune in. And I'll go much slower and we'll go in more detail. Like I said, we'll have some exercises and I'm going to do my best to pass along what I do as an actor. So God bless you, Godspeed, and I hope to see you on Saturday. Cheers.